Good morning, y'all. My name is Matt with Wacky Works, and today we're going to take you through a tour of the shop. Let you see what's going on inside my crazy world. Right here we have the opening for my 10/8 door. Just a roll-up insulated door. I wanted a insulated door well, I like it air conditioned, so I keep it about 68 degrees in here year round. And so I didn't just want a typical roll-up door. I wanted something with insulation on it, so I went with more of a home buyer's door. This is my 1938 Supermax Laguna drum sander. This thing is a beast. I love it. If you ain't got one, Jen, we need to get one of these right here. These are pretty nice. I use it just about for everything, from cutting boards to cabinetry, doing my doors, stuff of that nature. So it's in use at all times. Behind me, I have my level storage. So it was levels, straight edges, also my track saws storage for the tracks. I'll go on top of the thing. I thought, what better way to get rid of some space? Put it on the door so it don't take up any. So here we got wood storage. This is everything on here: walnut, maple, oak. You got oak on here. Got some cutting boards that I cut up that I just didn't like too much. Also some of my bowl blanks. Got a lot of pen blanks on here. I don't use them much right now. These are some older ones that I got. I'm thinking about giving these away. I might do that on Instagram. Do some giveaways on Instagram. Just to get rid of some. In fact, you comment some blanks down below, I'll send you some blanks. I'll hit you back. You give me your address, I'll send you some blanks. You just comment down below. But I got bowl blanks. I mean, I got everything from apple and cherry, walnut, sapele. There's just about everything on this thing right here for cutoffs. Then I got my big storage. This is a big old 2x4 slab that I glued together that I had extra to. So that was just a cut off of a slab. But we got, I got Baltic birch sitting in here. I got also all your sheet goods. Got some acrylic. And then got some bigger stuff here, as well as I got some stuff up there, but we'll go buy that here in a second. Yes, you're seeing it correctly. This is old pencil sharpener. I like old pencils, number 2 pencils, and I have a bunch of them, and I lose them all the time in this shop. I don't know how I do it, but I lose them. So I bought a box of 500 pencils, and I put them in this old straw dispenser. And so now I can just come by here and get me a pencil whenever I need one. Works great. And if I need to sharpen it, put it in the old pencil sharpener, get a nice fine point to it. So this is the Rockler portable drill press. I love this thing. And I got this really for my wife for doing her pen blanks, stuff like that nature. And I got it with the vise to hold all of her pen blanks. That way she can drill all the way through them. Makes it real easy for her. She just hooks a drill up to it, and away she goes. Puts it whatever bit she wants to, chucks it up, and goes. What shop ain't complete without having something from Ron Swanson in it? AKA Nick Offerman. Yes, he is a woodworker. Wearing his shirt today too, by the way. So these cabinets used to be on the other side over there, and I pulled them all over here. I realized that I was bringing all my sheet goods and all my wood in and bringing it and storing it over there. I'd have to pass by the cabinets, and this is where the old storage used to be, is on this side. So I changed it over here, and now I got all my paints and all my stains and everything up inside the cabinets. We got everything for arts and crafts and glues and what have you, and all up in the cabinets here. Again, paints, stains, whatever you can cram in here, I guess. Is what's in. This is the G0733 lathe from Grizzly. We took the legs off from it. These are some general tool cases from Harbor Freight. Bolted these down, put steel stiffeners inside of them, so it locked it in real good. This is my wife's lathe. She carries all of her pen blanks, all of her, not her pen blanks, her pen kits inside here. So she can just go in here, reach and grab what she needs. it's lined completely with all her pin stuff. And then all of her drawers have all of her tools and stuff like that in it that she needs. And of course she's got her brand new, never been used yet, Easy Wood tools. She's got a number 1 hollower, number 2 hollower, and a number, what is that? A mid-size rougher. So she'll be using those here pretty soon. That's my Rikon 8-inch sharpening station. It's a low speed sharpener. I love this thing. It's got the Grizzly attachment to it for sharpening, so I get the same jig every single time. This is our pin pushing station. And of course the Cat's Moses schmucks that we got, those work out really well when we're doing stuff getting real deep inside the shop. This is my Grizzly G0766. It's got a 22-inch capacity diameter, 47-inch length on it. I'm just now putting it all back together, thinking about building this case. I'm back and forth on the fence on that about whether or not I want to put storage up underneath it or leave it open. So I haven't figured that out yet. And I got my dust hopper on the back side of it. I do have my Easy Wood Tools chuck, which I love. Love this chuck. It is so easy to use. Just easy to change out. Has never failed me. These are my traditional tools, and then I have my carbide that has, I can just change out my bits. Would I like to have my Easy Wood tools? Of course I would. But yeah. This is something new to the shop here. Is I got just a workbench here with all my hand tools inside here. This is going to be moving pretty soon, but this is this is like the first bandsaw I ever bought. I think I bought it in 2000 or 98. Can't remember exactly, but 8-inch Delta. She uses it for pin blanks, just cutting them up or small things. Works great. Still works to this day. And of course, everybody's got to have the rigid sander inside their shop, and I got it hooked up with dust collection both sides, so I ain't got to be choked out. So everything in the shop is hooked up with a dust collector some way or somehow. Believe it or not, this is the very first thing that I built for my shop. I knew I didn't want to be bent over on a table saw, so I raised this table, this 1948 fully restored table saw. Raised it up 6 inches. It's sitting at exactly at 42 inches right here. That way I'm a little taller. I'm not super tall, but I'm 6'2", and I wanted to be able to work on something where I didn't have to bend over. I had a good working height to it. So I built this table saw with all drawer storage all the way around. It's got the Dewalt planer built into it. I took off the wings off each side of it, but made these plane out perfectly to it. Adjustment screws in case I need it ever shrinks down or anything. Built-in dust collection to it as well. Love this table. It is the workhorse of the shop. All dust collection. You don't have to reach behind stuff. You just reach down below and unlock your dust collection and close it back. This is the Grizzly 0856 8-inch helical head planer. Love the helical head. I mean, just in love with this helical head. It works great. No complaints out of it whatsoever. I mean, maybe if I had a 20-inch or whatever, but this planer works out great. It does everything I've asked it to do. I'm in love with this thing. Also built into this table is my router. Router sits inside this case here, which you can get to. So it's got the 2 3/4 power router in it from Bosch. The Bosch 2 3/4 quarter power router, and it's got total built-in dust collection to it, and back dust collection, as well as underneath dust collection. It's got the Craig jig drop inlet, adjustable, micro adjustable, works phenomenal. Does everything I asked it to do. I haven't found anything yet that I can't get out of it. I can do a collet all the way up to a 1/2 inch down to 1/8. So just about every router bit, and then I got my router bits built into it as well. Handle fell off this one, so I got to put a new one on it, but does real well. To the reverse of that, I have my Grizzly 0513 anniversary series. It's got a 13-inch diameter wheel on it. Does up to 12 inches of resaw. Love this thing, and I got my circle jig on there. Y'all should remember Made Famous by the video that you can see right up there. Love this bandsaw. I got this bandsaw after watching Jake Thompson's video on how to set up a bandsaw, and never looked back with this thing. I love this thing. It's amazing. Again, built-in dust collection with all this as well as I got nut storage, nuts and bolts stored right here. All these little containers you can get at Harbor Freight. They're going to end up moving here shortly when I build my new thing out on the... Speaking of air conditioning, these are my 2 air conditioners and my TV for the shop. It's a 55-inch TV that I usually have on in the background, and 2 30,000 BTU units to keep it 68 degrees in here year round. Has a heat pump on the outside. This is my one part of my miter saw station. All my drawers and everything are built into it. I'm still building the doors, as well as getting the computer set up for the CNC that's coming. I just recently sold my CNC and getting a new one, so I'm getting that all set up for that. I got all my Dewalt storage right up underneath, easy to get to, easy to know what you're missing. I'm going to make a battery storage for it with slots so I can see those as well. Complete underlighting and cabinet lighting as well. So this is my Bosch glide saw 12-inch. The insert right here was from Daniel Dunlap. I appreciate that, Daniel. I'll leave a link to his stuff right here. It's got dust collection in the back of it, as well as dust collection hooked up to the hose portion of it. I got this from Shop Nation. It's all right. It's not... My problem is I do a lot of cuts with 2.5 inch stuff, and so this gets hooked on it, where if you're doing sheet goods, this thing is amazing. It works phenomenal. But when you're doing bigger stuff, this tends to get hooked up on things. So that's the only thing I've noticed about it so far. Got some of my planes up top and books on joinery and such. If you look over here, I got some blanks for cast and pen blanks. Jake Thompson, I'll leave a link to his stuff down below and get to it. I just started using this glue called Boss Dog. Nick does this glue. Works pretty well so far. I've done about 5 or 6 cutting boards out of it. Been doing real well. So all the drawers are kind of organized. Like I got all my tape in one drawer, hardware in the next, and then electrical stuff that I still got to probably go through. And then, you know, I buy screws and bolts, so got screws. Now normally I don't show this, but this is my cluster of things I need to go through yet. This is where I soak my cutting boards. I just got a brand new Wagner paint sprayer. I'm gonna try it out. And then got my eye candy colors here. My wife has labeled them all so I can tell what color they are, since I am colorblind and can't tell a lot of these colors. But it's all labeled out for me thanks to my wife. I think this drawer is fixing to move as well. So this is something major that's changed since the last shop tour. Is I upgraded to the 1700, the Clearview 1700, or 6-inch line going all the way around the shop with 4-inch drops. This thing's a beast. It runs about 1685 CFMs. I mean, phenomenal. It does everything I ask it to do, and then some. I've actually accidentally turned it on, had it poured open, didn't realize it, sucked up a piece of wood, or actually it was a chisel. Chisel shot down and went straight through a 45. So it'll send things moving through your stuff. So, but I've run through about a 55-gallon drum of this stuff about every 2 weeks. So I use the inserts. Actually, it's just a 42-gallon bag insert, stretches out, works perfect. It's got straight sides, so I can pull the bag straight out of it. Key. So, but yeah, this thing is a beast. So up top, I got some more wood storage up there. I mean, as you guys know, you got to have wood storage everywhere. So this is some wood that I got from my stepdad. He got some of this from his old work. Asked me if I want it. They were going to throw it away. I came by and picked all that up. The stuff up top is some cherry I got from Peach State Lumber that I use here in Georgia. The top 2 rows is from Peach State Lumber. So the bottom 3 rows I got from my stepdad. But yeah, everything works. That's the Grizzly wood storage. I believe it's 2 of them. I can't remember if I put 2 or 3. There's 2 or 1 or 2 of them up there. But it holds everything I need it to hold up there. Works perfect. This is called Work in Progress. My CNC is going to be going in this spot right here. I'm getting the Onefinity Foreman. I sold my Onefinity Journeyman. I'm getting the Onefinity Foreman Elite. It should be here 2 to 3 weeks. So I got to get that space cleared out of it. I also have right here is the coffee table that I started a while back. But I ain't finished yet. It's for my wife. Got the legs for it already done. Got this. Got to build a base. And I should be done with that. But this is the Yukon from Harbor Freight. Yukon table from Harbor Freight. It's 2 of them hooked together. Did a video. I'll post that right up here. I love this table. I don't know. It's not big. It's not that it's super thick but it's functional. It does its job. The vices on it aren't super strong, but they do enough to hold what I need them to hold. So holds all my clamps, all my tools for what I'm working on. You know, I do have some Festool stuff down there. That's the Festo domino and the dominoes that go with it. Festool sanders on the other side, along with all the sanding discs. So it does what I need it to do. Those are sustainers that I got from Harbor Freight for like 36 bucks. And they're exactly the same sustainers that you would get from Milwaukee, except for don't have as many clamps to clamp it in. But they do a great job of what I need it to do, and they're going to end up being pack outs on the wall, so it'll work out perfect. All that stuff right there is for the Onefinity CNC. PWN CNC has I got some stuff from them in there already. They got their spindles coming as well, so that'll go straight up on there. It's a 2.2 kilohertz 3 horsepower spindle, water cooled. And then the Harbor Freight dust collector will go in that corner right there. That'll just support that. And got another table system that'll go right here to sustain all those bolts, nuts and bolts, the pack outs. Everything will be done right here, so all my hardware is in one spot. So in that corner right there, there's a Harbor Freight winch, and I'll show you what that goes to in just a second. When I built my shop, I knew I was going to have extra stuff that I didn't want on the floor, so I built a mezzanine that went up top. I got slabs up here, I got extra wood up here, I got all a bunch of extra stuff I did when I built the shop. Spools of wire, 10 gauge, 12 gauge, just stuff I built the shop. So I didn't like going up and down a ladder to get up there, so I wanted to build a staircase, but I didn't want to take up floor space. So I built this. This allows me to get from the bottom floor to the top floor without having to climb a ladder. I can just get up here and get what I need, feel secure doing it, and come on back down. Is it OSHA compliant? No. Is OSHA going to be in my shop? No. So that's a safety bar I got on it. Take the weight of that staircase if I need to, completely. So this is where I cast my resin at now. Got my pressure pot, got air lines run to it. I got my vacuum for doing my silicone. I got all my stir sticks, stuff like that. Silicone, cactus juice, all my resins that are down below. I got my refrigerator here for, well, you know, emergencies when you need them. So you'll always have them in your refrigerator. And of course I got a bathroom, and if you ain't been in a bathroom before, well, it's a bathroom. It's got a toilet and a sink in it. No shower, but you know, got to survive with what you can. So that's coming down. That's just a TV that'll be for a monitor over here if I needed it. So underneath my staircase, I got all my pipe clamps, bar clamps, F-style clamps, clamps and clamps, clamps of clamps of clamps, clamp storage out of the way, so I wasn't taking up any kind of wall space, floor space. There it is. So hanging up on the wall here is my flattening jig. Clean Cut Woodworks, I believe is the name. Brent over there, that's where I got this from. Mine's one of the first ones he did that was 8 foot by 4 foot cuttable. So it's actually, I think, 9 foot 6 by 56 inches. But I'm able to cut 4 by 8 slabs with it. It works really good. It's got the same router on it that I do inside my router insert. This is a 1978 table saw. In the middle of refinishing the top of this thing, and then I'll start on the motor. I got this wing left to do here. Got a gentleman I got it from decided he could sand it himself, and he got out a belt sander, and I think that his belt sander wasn't too good, but we'll see. It don't look like it took too much off from it, but I'm working on it. And this is the kind of things to be going through. I got some stabilized wood that I got right here ready for casting. I got some wood that needs to be stabilized, wood that needs to be stabilized. Got some finished products that I just got done. I just wanted to set them out. I got some things that are ready to be turned. Storage for stuff, storage for underneath. My air compressor with all my air compressor chucks in it. So everything's right there where we need it at. And I got my oven, which I should have some stuff in here that needs to come out today. Yeah, just some little small stuff that's in there. That's was stabilized. I got all my sawhorses are here, so I can just grab them whenever I need to. And this drill press is out the door as soon as I can find somebody to come get this thing. So I got a steel saw up underneath there as well that I don't use very often. But that's about it. Well, I appreciate y'all stopping by. If you have any questions about my shop or anything, any comments that you'd like to give out, I'd greatly appreciate to hear them. Comment below. Like I said below, if you comment blanks up there, I'll hit you back and get your address and send you some of these blanks if you want some. I just need to get them out of the shop, so I'm not looking to give everybody all of them, but I'll give you a couple of them, some of the pen blanks and stuff. So if you hit me up, I greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, see y'all later.